everybody, welcome. My name is Kurt, aka the Vitruvian Gamer, and we're here with a new episode of All Aboard, a vlog where I talk about board games, about my channel, and about stuff that I feel like talking about, but mostly about board games, of course. So, let's get this party started. I don't think it's gonna be a long episode, because as I said in the last episode, I don't have that much time at this moment in my life because work and stuff like that. Hard times, but who is there? Well, who am I to complain? There are people suffering lots more than I do, but still, it's first world problems, I assume. Anyway, let's get started by talking about the games that I played, and didn't play that many games, but I played a few, which is okay. So let me show you some of them. So first of all, a little bit of a lesser known game, Flea Market. I believe it got published in 2015. This is a small game, 2 to 4 players, or 5 players, I have no clue. 3 to 5 players, you need to be at least 3 of you. We played a 4-player game. In this game, you are at this flea market, and you're trying to buy stuff, and you're trying to sell them more for a higher price, of course. It is a simple game. It is a game in which you need a little bit of luck. It has some dice rolling, which I actually like. So you roll a die, and you roll 3 dice, and depending on that result, an item with a number that you rolled, it will be for sale. Now, it might be an item that's still in the flea market, or it might be an item that is already bought before by other player. And then other players roll 2 dice, and they can re-roll one of those 2, and that total is their bid. And highest bid goes first. They get to choose if they want to buy that product, that item for that price. If they do, they get the item. If it was owned by another player, the other player gets the money. If it wasn't, then it goes to the supply to the bank or something like that. And that way you are trying to get more money, and the first player to reach $45 is the winner. I won the game. I like the dice rolling aspect, so that it shows us which one you get sold. But there is something about it that if you don't have items for sale, or if you don't roll the number of your items that you bought previously, you might be in for a long time without money, so without the option to buy stuff. And that's a flaw in this game. So it's not the best game, but I still enjoyed it. My fellow players didn't enjoy it that much. I liked it, but hey. Next we played Kingdom Builder. So last episode I showed you this was new in my collection through a mat trade, or through a trade on Board Game Geek, I can't remember. And we played it already, and well, this is a nice game. This is a very cool game, gateway-ish, so it's not that hard. It is maybe harder to teach than to play. As soon as people are playing it, they have a click and they know how to play it. We got kind of destroyed by one of the people who played this, and for the first time. It was my first time as well, but still, she destroyed us. And in this game, it's very, very simple. You have this this land, which is randomly put together, and with all hexes in different terrain types. Each round, you have 1 card with the terrain type. You play the card, so you don't have to choose which card you play because you have only one to choose from, and you have to put your buildings on spaces of that terrain type, and you have to do it always adjacent to a previous building you placed. If there is not such a place, you can put it anywhere on the board on the right terrain, and that way you are trying to place your buildings on places that are going to score, and those are depending on 3 cards that you draw at the beginning of the game. Very simple game, but yeah, I really liked it. People I played it with, they said it reminded them a little bit of Splendor in a way. No, that's not true. Sorry, wrong game. Wow, it was about the next game that they said it. Anyway, Kingdom Builder, also by the designer of Dominion. Really cool game. I'm glad I have it in my collection. It will be played more. I'm very sure about that. Last but not least is a game that I really like. This is Lampion van Lanzau, but in the English version, as you probably know, is called Lanterns. Normally it's by Renegade Games originally, which is a publisher that I really like. They have awesome games. The Dutch version is by White Goblin Games, and in this game, it's also a very simple game. So I can get this on the table very easy. In this game, you are placing tiles with these lanterns on, and you're trying to put the same color adjacent to it. And each tile has 4 different sides. And the one that's pointing to you, the color that's pointing at you, you get a card of that color. But if you match colors, you get more cards. And you're trying to do some set collection. And with sets of cards, you can buy other cards that are worth points. And that way you're trying to score points. It's kind of as simple as that, but it works. It is a great game. Also gateway-ish, a cool tile-laying game. It's simpler than Carcassonne and stuff like that, but I prefer this. So I really like this one, Lanterns. Very cool game. So that's the most important games I played. Maybe I played something else, but it was forgettable, apparently. Also, a few new games in the Vitruvian collection. Shelves are getting full. The shelves are getting full. Although I traded away. So I did one trade. So I got myself Warfighter, and I showed this this game. It was a copy I borrowed from a friend of mine. I haven't played it yet, but someone offered me a trade. This one with 3 small expansions in it as well. And I got rid of the networks. Yeah, I did. I know it's kind of popular, the networks, but we played it after Essen, where I bought it, and it was okay. And I don't think I asked Elisa if we would be playing it a lot, and she didn't think we would. So I took the dive and I traded it away for a copy of Warfighter, which might be cool for this channel someday if I can find more time again. But there is one more game in the collection, and this was kind of cool. So I went to, and that's also fun to talk about, yesterday, so the day before I filmed this, not the day before this goes online, Corina and I, so Corina is also this nice lady who helps us with Portal games. We went to a convention to demo, and we demoed most of all Cry Havoc and Hiroshima Hex there. And there was this small second-hand store stuff, so people could bring in their second-hand games to sell. And at the moment it was a little bit more quiet, so I went to look at the other hall where also this second-hand sale was, and there was a copy of Star Wars The Queen's Gambit. Now, I never saw a game of the box in real life, so it was the first time that I saw this game for real. And it was for sale, and I was like, wow, this is going to be expensive. And it was, but not as expensive as you always find it for. I remember a friend of mine last year, he bought one in Essen secondhand for 300 euros. And this one was a lot cheaper. So I doubted because I didn't bring any money, but Corina was so nice to give me some money, to borrow me the money. So I have to pay her back, of course. I will do so as soon as possible. And well, I bought it. I bought the Queen's Gambit, and there it is. And the box is in pretty good shape. It has some shelfware, which is of course normal for a game this old. I think it's 2000 or something. I have no idea. So this is a game about Star Wars, about one of the. I'm not a big Star Wars connoisseur, so it's about one of the movies which is less popular, but the game is quite popular. Apparently, this is a very cool, good game, 2 to 4 players game, in which you go to the complete story about the movie. And well, I finally have it. So this is a kind of a grail game for many people. I got it now. I'm quite excited about it. I hope I can play it soon, and if I like it, I keep it. Really, I keep it. And I could sell it, and if I sell it, I could at least double the price that I paid for, so I could make money on this game. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this episode as well. This is the theme a little bit. So how possible is it to have board games as an investment? as a legacy even, and not a legacy game. No, I'm not talking about Pandemic Legacy here, but as a legacy, maybe for your children later. So this game is out of print. This game is hard to find, and if you find it, you will pay a lot of money for it. Now, I was lucky somehow. I was surprised, and it wasn't sold yet. Around noonish, I thought it would be gone. Especially, I went to them and I said, "We're going to get money. Put it aside for me, and I will buy it." So I wanted to be sure I had it because it was a very good price. So, but if I keep it, it probably will not. It will never be reprinted, probably, most likely. So if it doesn't get reprinted, it is Star Wars. It is a game that already is looked after by many people for high prices. So in 20-25 years, it might be worth more and more. So is this a viable thing? Is it a thing that you can do? Board games? Should you keep some board games to make money of it, or to have something to give to your children, grandchildren, maybe someday, as an awesome present, an awesome item that is unique at that moment? Because I think in 25 years, having a Queen's Gambit in a good condition will be pretty awesome. So are one of our viewers of mine into this? Do you have some games lying aside that you think might be worth more in the future, and maybe you can sell it later, or maybe you can give it to your children? I do have Queen's Gambit now. I also do that a little bit with Magic the Gathering. To be honest, I have I can't get rid of them. So it's nostalgia. So that's why I keep my complete collection of Magic cards. But somehow it might still be worth more and more later. Although the cards that I played with are not as powerful as they are now. Honestly, I also did a funny thing. I kept some booster packs of the Dice Masters, the first set of Dice Masters, closed. So if someone is very interested in someday, maybe I can sell it. If the game gets as popular as Magic, it might be worth something. So I kept some of them closed, and I consider doing the same with Star Wars Destiny. So I'm not sure if it's going to be some worth money in the future, but it might be worth the chance, and it might be an investment. Who knows? And I was wondering how you people think about it as well. So let me know. Do you have some games that you keep aside, maybe because it might be worth a lot later? Fury of Dracula, maybe because with Fancy Flight and Games Workshop splitting, that they won't make it anymore. Forbidden Stars, is it Forbidden Star? I think it is. All those games that are out of print now because of their ending their cooperation. Let me know in the comments if you do. If you don't, if you think it's stupid to do so, let me know. I'm not sure if it's okay to do, or it's a stupid idea that I might keep this Queen's Gambit to give it to my children, or to sell it someday for even higher price. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching this video, this episode of All Aboard. Now, if you want, please go to boardgamelinks.com. It's a site where there are all these board game sites and YouTube channels, and you can push on a heart next to these channels, and then they go higher in the list. And I noticed it helps the channel a lot, since I asked previously, some people pushed the heart next to my channel, and we went up a little bit, and I got quite a number of new subscribers out of it. So that's pretty cool. So go there and find my name. Just go boardgamelinks.com, click on sites, and then around number 44 at this moment is my channel. So please click the button. If you're not subscribed here, please push the subscribe button. Feel free to like this video. If you don't want to do all those things, don't do it. You don't have to. It's always appreciated. I'm already happy that you watched this video. Anyway, folks, still it's going to be quiet on this channel. I have to say I'm sorry about that. I hope things will get better in the future, but we'll see about that. Anyway, I thank you all, and I see you all in that future. Bye bye.